I want to get your thoughts on what you just heard from Devin Nunes about the origins of COVID-19. When you were at the State Department, what did you know about the origins of the coronavirus, sir?
Maria, we worked to get every bit of evidence that we could. We tried to deliver this. The CDC tried to work with the Chinese. They covered it up terribly. But every piece of evidence that we saw throughout the entire time I was there suggested that this originated in that laboratory at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. I haven't seen a shred of evidence that suggests anything to the contrary. That evidence continues to accumulate in spite of the fact that the Chinese Communist Party will not permit anyone to get any access to the laboratory, to the original materials, to the doctors that were working there. The list of the cover-up efforts is staggering. And the combination of the circumstantial evidence that we have combined with the intense effort to deny us information about that lab suggests to me strongly that this was where it originated. And Maria, as I think Devin said, the risk that something like this happens again from that laboratory or another Chinese laboratory is very real. They are operating and conducting activities that are inconsistent with their capacity to secure those facilities. And the risk of bioweapons and bioterror emanating from this region is very real.
Unbelievable. And I know that you worked with Devin Nunes all the way when you were a congressman from Kansas, before you were the CIA director, before you were the Secretary of State. All right, real quick, one other question on this, then I want to move on. We've got a lot to talk to you about. We discussed a story on this program last weekend about a story broken by an Australian journalist, Shari Marxian. She said that the U.S. State Department obtained documents in May of 2020 revealing that Chinese military scientists discussed the weaponization of SARS coronavirus 5 years before the pandemic showed up. What can you tell us?
Well, I can't say much about those particular documents, but you'll recall back in January of 2021, we released a set of now declassified information pieces that talked about the fact that we believe there were doctors that came down with the symptoms from the virus back in 2019. Deep knowledge that the Chinese Communist Party had about human-human transition long before they admitted it to the WHO or to the world. There is increasing evidence that the Chinese Communist Party acted at least with reckless negligence and perhaps even worse.
I mean, should President Trump and the State Department been notified if they were lifting the pause on this gain of research funding in December of 2017?
Absolutely. I don't know when that happened. I don't know whose decision it was. I hope Congressman Nunes and the members of Congress who are working on this diligently to protect and secure Americans from this kind of virus happening again. I hope we can get to the bottom of it.